was built to last. With the webs I'm weaving, I could change the past. With all I'm achieving, got my foot on the gas. Never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna end.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day. From society's restraints, money, clout and fame. Mud, disease, a plague, we all love to hate.
I have not fluffed my hair. I haven't put any makeup on because, first of all, let me say this. As much as I love Delia's chicken sausage patties and loved them whenever they were open, the frozen version to me sucks. My last time buying it, I do like the big links for grilling, but just straight up breakfast, this ain't it for me. But I'm gonna go ahead and power through and finish off these chicken patties because I paid for them. And Brother Kendrick Lamar would not like for me to just waste food. Speaking of which, we're going to talk about that halftime show. Matter of fact, hold please. Good morning. Okay, beautiful Black people, I'm back. So this morning, I have been, well, started last night, but this morning, I have been, and I said I wasn't going to do it, but sometimes you just got to do it for the culture. So this morning, I've been on social media and some last night having dialogue with some of my people about the Kendrick Lamar halftime show. So I get it that a lot of people, especially older than me, and then on the other end of the spectrum, quite younger than me, would be disappointed, confused, and for some people, downright upset that the Kendrick Lamar show, according to them, was boring. They didn't get it, especially non-melanated people. They didn't get it. It was just a whole bunch of mumble rap. But once it was in, I don't like to attack people for their opinions or attack people for their individual thoughts on things. But every once in a while, I do like to tie into a good debate. And since I do have a platform, these things are not good to me. But then it is what it is. So I respect people's opinion. Mind you, today is the perfect day for me to drink from my woke cup. However, it's the perfect time for me to personally have dialogue because he did something, in my opinion, that was very profound of all the opportunities that he had to make a statement. What's better place to, I'm trying to center this thing. It's supposed to follow me. So what better place to make a statement about the state of the United States than on a stage where millions, possibly even billions of people across the world are watching across the world. And for many, I understood that they didn't get it. But once it became a topic of conversation and they began to explain the significance and the breadcrumbs and the subtle and not so subtle statements that he was making, I'm going to admit that it's very disappointing for me to hear my people continue to still say they were bored. They weren't entertained. It was the worst halftime show they had ever seen. That's why Lil Wayne should have did it. And Jay-Z used his power whenever we could have got a better show from Lil Wayne. And then even to have people say that Beyonce could have did a better job. No slight to Queen B. I think that she is one of the greatest performers of all times. I'm not going to compare her to Michael Jackson because that starts a fight, but I have my feelings about that. You know, each generation has their own superstar performer, and I believe that Beyonce is the one of her time. That being said, that's like the debate between LeBron and MJ. At some point in time, there will be a bigger and better GOAT. That's just life. But to see my people ridicule something that was for us monumental is to me like saying, and I'm not comparing the two, but it just puts me in the same mindset of people ridiculing the Million Man March, or people ridiculing Rosa Parks sitting down on the bus starting a movement, people ridiculing the march of Dr. Martin Luther King. Black people taking a stance for us, and yet you have, I can understand the white people not getting it. And if the crazy part about it is that I've seen so many videos on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook from white people who not only get it, but gave big ups and kudos and explaining it to other white people why it was so important and monumental. And K-Dot didn't just also stand up for the brown people. He stood up for the United States of America. We always say that we want people with power and the ability to get a message out to the masses. We're always saying, where are those people? You should be using your celebrity to take a stance on important issues, and only thing you want to do is just take our money and ride around in Benz and Mercedes and flex and all this other stuff. But when someone does and did it on the biggest stage in the world. The Super Bowl is the biggest stage in the world. And he didn't just entertain, he gave a message. He basically gave the State of the Union address on the Super Bowl stage. And yet so many of us, either we don't get it, we don't want to get it, we just don't fucking care, or remember what I said about Leos, because I've been having a back and forth with someone as a female, she's a Leo, and I told her, I said, your Leo is showing. It's like when you first made the comment about it, when the performance was over, I get it. But as more and more people come to you as a Black woman, and I'm going to say it as a Black gay woman whose rights are even being challenged more, whenever people come to you and they explain to you the significance of what it means, instead of going, oh, wow, okay, I get it. You know, that's big. Your lioness ego just won't concede. Your lioness ego is still so, well, it just was boring to me. I have a right to my opinion. It just was boring to me. And then to come back and say, well, Beyonce puts on a show. And when Beyonce puts on the show, she has messages in her performances as well. First of all, Beyonce has no songs that would be fitting as far as the way that Kendrick Lamar's songs were fitting, in addition to the show performance. Everything hits perfectly. Everything said perfectly. The songs fit into the narrative of what he was trying to get across to not just America, but the world. To try and put Beyonce and Kendrick Lamar has spoken and rapped about and performed even at the Grammys. I think I saw something from 2017 where he's taking political stances through his music. So, first of all, to Jay-Z, who everybody blamed for getting him, versus Lil Wayne. So my question is, what kind of performance do you guys think that Lil Wayne would have put on had he had the opportunity? Number one, he was a Trump supporter. I don't know what he is now, so I'm not even going to try and take that from him. But he was a Trump supporter. He was so excited about being pardoned, and he was taking pictures with Trump the first term. Um, what was Lil Wayne? Lil Wayne says he can't even remember his own music sometimes. So what was he gonna get up there and mumble with some syrup in his cup and sing weedy, weedy, weedy because he wanna fuck the police? No. But it just blows my mind. And I can only speak for me. I'm a person that if I'm wrong, or if you explain something to me and give me a different view, I have no issues going back and saying, hey, I was wrong. Or damn, wow, that's major. That's something big. I have no problem with that. I have no problem admitting to my girlfriends, my family, my friends, my man, if I'm wrong, I have no problem going back and, number one, apologizing. Number two, saying, okay, I get it. You're right. I was wrong. I don't just say you was right. I'll say you're right, I was wrong. Or I understand. I'm not going to knuckle down and stick to my guns by any means necessary just because I refuse to be wrong or be corrected or be educated. That's my thing. Black people, we don't want to be wrong. We don't want to be corrected, and we don't want to be educated. We will fight to prove we are right. And that is what is so wrong with so many relationships this day. We won't humble ourselves. Our ego is so huge. We just can't be wrong. So I was up this morning, like I said, arguing with people about this halftime show. They're going ham on Facebook. They're going ham in my inbox on Instagram. Conversations from people who are from New Orleans who says, "How do we know that Wayne would not have?" He wouldn't. He wouldn't. Wayne wouldn't about as much as Trump wouldn't marry a black woman. He wouldn't. So I'm about to go fix me my coffee, fix my oatmeal, and stop arguing with these melanated people on social media who, and Samuel Jackson, the statement, Uncle Sam, Uncle Tom, put them together, mix them up, put them in a blender and tell me what you got. Baby, whenever I say I have watched that halftime show 3 times since last night, and I'm going to watch it a couple of more as I read more and more into the symbolisms behind what he was conveying. I don't even watch Squid Games, so he done threw some Squid Games in there. He done threw the prison, baby. Whenever people started explaining to me, I was already all into it because I knew the division of the flag, baby. Whenever I say, and then that person had the nerve to say, well, he didn't look into the camera and tell us that we was going to be all right. And then why he have to throw, why he put Drake up in it? Out of 15 minutes of performing, only thing you got is he didn't look into the camera and tell us we was gonna be all right. He's not the president. So that's not his job. He's telling us we're not all right. Why is he gonna lie and say something that is not true? We're gonna be all right. That's that Leo just grasping for anything. And then to pull up Drake, baby. He just had to be a little petty. And I was all the way for it. Just like I was for Serena Williams, Crip Walking, and SZA. The 2 women he disrespected. Because what that speaks of is a black man who is covering our sisters. Let that sit with you. Okay, I'm finna go fix my coffee. Fooling with y'all ignoramuses. Hey y'all. So I'm about to walk my floor and I'm gonna take you guys along with me. Right now, I really want to kill my sister and I'm gonna put her on blast because she's real good for saying, okay, we're gonna work out. And then I look on the location app and she's somewhere 30 miles away like she is now. So the deal with us was she was supposed to make a run to her son's house. Oh, hold on, y'all, because I ain't even turned on my, because I left my phone. Hold up, y'all. Oh, shoot. Hold up, you guys. Because I need to turn on my app so I can record my movement. Okay, I reached my stand goal, that's fine, but I gotta record my movement for my Apple Watch. If any of you guys are on Apple Fit and you want to connect, hit me on beingchloebarksdale@gmail.com and I'll give you my, I think the email, I think it's tied to my, no, go this way, just walk in the building. I think it's I am Chloe Barksdale at gmail.com. I think that's the one that's tied to my Apple Watch. But anyway, so y'all look at this. This is so cute. Look up there. It's cute. Y'all, I need to do better. I really need to do better. But anyway, so yeah. I, they're like they ready for Easter. It's the end of the hallway. So anyway, she and I were supposed to be, she was supposed to go to her son's house. And she said it would take about an hour. I said, fine, that gives me enough time to go to the gym, work out, come back, and then we'll go walking. I kept looking at the time, and finally I went and looked at the Find Me, because we, we follow each other. She all the way 20 some miles away. I text that little helper and said, I'm finna get ready to go walk because you ain't even nowhere near close to home. She come texting back to my son when I said I was going to the gym. She thought that meant that we walking was canceled. No, you didn't. No, you did not. You knew walking wasn't canceled because the agreement was we was walking at a certain time, and while you went and did what you was supposed to do, I was gonna go to the gym and work out in addition to us walking. But anyway, and then now it's entirely too cold for me to walk outside because even though it says 50, it's freezing, it's getting dark, so I can't walk. So now I'm just gonna walk the halls. Goddamn, a battery low on my Apple Watch. Anyway, y'all, so I got on my red. I don't know how this thing doing. I got on my red. So I got on my red. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. What you guys got up? I want all the tea. I need y'all to leave it down in the comments. Tell me what you are doing for Valentine's Day. Because for me, Valentine's tomorrow is gonna be bittersweet because tomorrow is. Not because I don't have a man. Y'all, let me tell you, I'm used to not having a man on Valentine's Day. And I'm also kind of used to, well, I'm not gonna say I'm used to it, having a man who bucks Valentine's Day. And it kind of is disheartening because Valentine's is about love. But then I also wonder if it's me and that I created an environment where some of the men I've dated felt like they didn't have to, or that maybe they was testing me. Okay, so let me talk about this. So I think I told you guys before about my dad and why I love Valentine's Day so much. So my daddy always made sure that he set it out for his girls for Valentine's Day. My sister doesn't remember a lot of it, but I do. And some of it may have been because she left and went into service when she was 17. But my dad, all holidays were super special to my dad. And my watch almost dead. Watch almost dead. I'm go back to the house. I'm gonna sit down. We're gonna finish this story talk. I'm gonna let my watch charge up some more, and then I'm gonna come back out. Oh, y'all look. Cupid is cupiding. Cupid is cupiding around here. That's too cute. So, this is the end of the hall. So, my dad celebrated all holidays. All that y'all like Mexican, but y'all want to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Y'all not Irish, but black folks want to go out drinking green beer on St. Patrick's Day. Halloween is satanic. 4th of July, y'all ain't free. What is it? Labor Day, y'all Negroes still slaves in the field. I mean, every holiday, our people, I can't speak for other races because I don't know what other races say or do. I can only speak for my people. And every holiday with my people, they always have something negative to say. But and I always have. No, I ain't gonna say that. I got off track for a little while because I fell into the woke category. And so I was going along with the Christmas is a pagan holiday. Easter is a pagan holiday because of ain't no Easter bunny and it's about fertility and all this other stuff. And then Christmas, this, that, and the third. It's just another way to get you to spend money. Then you get the people, hold on y'all, let me get into my apartment. Y'all, I decided to switch to my camera that's on my phone over my over my DJI Pocket 3 because I'm gonna start off with this. I'm gonna need this. And if I cry on this camera, I don't want to hear no, oh, Chloe, I'm so sorry. I don't want to hear that, okay? Don't come into my comments with that. Because I'm a Scorpio. I'm a thug. Get. So, getting back to what I was saying. And I've said this so many times, sometimes I feel like I'm repeating myself, is that at this point in my life, I'm all about celebrating every single thing I can. Bitch, I'll celebrate Groundhog's Day if I want to. When you turn 50, those of you who are under 50, turning 50 gives you a sense of effort. If you're over 50 and you're still playing by the rules, girlfriend, I don't know what to tell you. I have no idea what to tell you. You'll be playing by the rules and cheating yourself on life. For real. Because right now your girl entertaining a 43-year-old. That's all the business y'all gonna get. So, my dad always set Valentine's Day off. And for those who have been watching my channel, I'm sure you know I've talked about it. He always set Valentine's Day off. Mom always got the big box of chocolate. Me and my sister got the little boxes. Mom always got roses. We got a single flower, whether it was a coronation or whatever. Mom always got a piece of jewelry or something like that. So yeah, they used to like Ike and Tina in the back of the limousine. So let me correct that. My mother, whenever I say they were like Ike and Tina, they were like the new Ike and Tina. They were like the Ike and Tina when Ike got in the back of that limo. They was never the beginning of Ike and Tina. My mom was never the type that no. They was, both of them was 10 toes down. Let that be known. But because of my father, and I have it so much in me where I like to entertain. I like to have people over. I like to love on people. Christmas, my dad was big on, the Christmas tree and the Christmas decorations. He would go buy extra gifts and put them up under the tree. And on the back of my head to write boy, girl, man, woman. So if anybody came over, even if they just popped up, they got a gift. It might be something as simple as, for men, some gloves, or, for women, I don't know, scarf. For kids, it was always going to be like, it might be even a Hot Wheel for the boys and maybe a cheap doll for the girls. But nobody left out that house on Christmas Day without a gift. Or if somebody came over during the Christmas holidays, it just wasn't happening. And so because of my father's very giving spirit, he had a huge garden in his backyard, and he would take the fruits of his labor from his backyard to work and just give it away to people tomatoes, squash, greens, corn, peas. He would just give it away. And for the most part, I've also always been that type of person. And I thought that maybe it was because of my insecurities and not feeling I was good enough. And so I thought for a long time that maybe it was because I was trying to buy friendships. And to a degree, I'm going to admit some of that played into it, that I didn't think I was good enough. And so I would go above and beyond for the people that I cared about, or the people that was important to me, even if I wasn't important to them. But as I got older, I realized that so much of who I am is because of my dad and who, he was. My mom and my dad used to entertain all the time. Card parties, barbecues, get-togethers. We were like the hub. So circling back to the importance of tomorrow. And, I remember, I don't know why Valentine's Day has gotten to be. I wrote an article years ago about, and I might try and remember to put it in here. Valentine's Day is not the Antichrist. And social media has really gotten to where it has so much control over our thought processes, our emotions, how we think, what we do, how we navigate, how we love on our spouses and our significant others or lack of, that it's disheartening. It's just disheartening. People don't think for themselves. People don't, it's tearing us apart more than it's bringing us closer together. I will say that. So I just remember when we were in elementary school, how excited, not elementary school, but yeah, even elementary school, remember we would have the suckers and the candy hearts and stuff that we would give to the whole class. It wasn't just, it was just a way of showing love. It wasn't, but then you always had your Valentine. And then in high school, I remember on Valentine's Day and the day before Valentine's Day, the cookie company wait would be like 3-4 hours. The line would be crazy because boys and grown men were buying those big heart-shaped chocolate chip cookies with something inscribed on it for the girls. The balloons was all over the place, the teddy bears. It wasn't even necessarily about buying some expensive jewelry. It was the innocence of showing love. And then at school, before Valentine's Day, they would, like the booster club or the cheerleaders would take orders for you to send a carnation with a card and maybe a piece of candy to your girlfriend. Snickers, they used to send Valentine grams that had like a card with whatever you want on it, one carnation and a Snicker to your girl. What happened? Y'all, what happened? That's why I will always say that puppy love is the most purest kind of love there is. We always tease them about puppy ain't nothing but puppy love. But with puppy love, you love them sincerely from the heart. Life had not gotten in the way and made everything so negative and everything such a tug of war. And that's the kind of love that I want. And that's part of the reason why I guess that I'm single, or why I never got married, because, well, maybe, a lot of people will say that's not realistic. You're thinking of it from the point of thinking that I think that love is all about roses, you don't argue and all this other stuff. No, during that time, love was about compromise. It was about, I love this person so much that whatever it is that we're going through is lesser than the love I have for this person. Or, boys would get called coochie whip because they put their girlfriends first. Girls will call D-whip because they put their boyfriends first. Now, if we were doing that as boyfriend and girlfriend, why can't we do that whenever it comes to adult love? Because adult love is tainted by life experiences. Puppy love is the most purest form of love that there is. You can't convince me of anything else. So in my dating life, I remember my ex-fiance when we had our first Valentine's Day together. Now, I had seen the old photo albums of how he had gone all out for his ex-girlfriend. But by the time we got together, late 20s, I was in my late 20s, he was in the early 30s, he had tied into this Valentine's Day is just another day to make you spend money. And he tied into this is another one. I don't need a day to tell me how to treat my woman. But 9 times out of 10, the men who say that are not doing Valentine's Day kind of stuff throughout the year. They're not sending the roses. They're not being loving. They're not doing any of the things that Valentine's Day is supposed to be about. So when Valentine's Day came around, I didn't get anything. But your ex-girlfriend, I'm looking at the pictures with the flowers, the chocolate-covered strawberries, the lingerie, the fireplace, the candles. I done seen all of this. But when Valentine's Day come around for me, you decide this time around, you're going to buck the system and you're not going to do shit. I was hurt. I was disappointed. But I also tied into that time where we had gotten to where women are negative, women are male bashers, women are angry. And so I accepted it. So then the next day he comes giving me a purse, a $100 and something purse that he got. His sister worked at Macy's and she used her discount and he got me the purse. And his thing was, I'm giving you this after Valentine's Day instead of on Valentine's Day to show you that I don't need a day to tell me to give you a gift. He was 10 toes down with that one. Okay. So then my next very serious relationship, which came after him, really, was the guy that I had been with for 7 years, that I was with for 7 years. The first couple of years, we were such best friends. I was so much his homie that he put it like this, he didn't give anything for Valentine's Day either. But I found my voice. And I think it's like the 4th year, I said something along the lines about him not getting me something for Valentine's Day. We didn't even go out to dinner for Valentine's Day. When Valentine's came around, we was doing what we usually go to the strip clubs, go shoot pool, go have drinks, kicking it, but it wasn't romantic. So I got home because we weren't living together at that time, so it couldn't have been 4 years. It might have been like year 2 or 3. And he was like, I got home and I got to my house and outside my condo door was a teddy bear and a card. Something like that. By that time, he should have been about 30. Teddy bear and a card. But that's the only time that he ever did anything for me. Yeah. That's the only time he ever did anything for me. And after him, I did date someone after him, and he set me off for Valentine's Day. Shout out to him. He came and got me, and we had been dating for like 4 months. We hadn't even had sex. He came and got me and picked me up in his truck. And in his truck, he had wine. He had chocolate covered strawberries. He had a card. And it doesn't take a lot to please me. I love big grand gestures, yes, but the well thought out small gestures is what just to me. But I love it all. Let me start lying. I love it all. So then he played Chris Said Michelle. What's the song? Saying that when don't get me to thinking, talking about when we finally make love. Y'all drop it in the comments, or I will throw a picture up in this video of it because it's on my phone, but right now I'm kind of emotional, y'all. But it was basically talking about, when we make love, because again, we had been dating 4 months and we had not had sex, which I thought was just super cool. Super cool. And then we left, and he played that for me, and then we went to this place called Space. And Space they were having dinner at Space for the couples. They had put all the tables together, and then they also was having karaoke. And so we had dinner at Space. Matter of fact, he did not give me the flowers in the car. He gave me the flowers when we got to Space in front of everybody. And he got up and he sung karaoke to me. I can't remember what it was, but it was something sweet. He sung karaoke to me, and we just had a ball. That was actually the best Valentine's that I've ever had. So other than I'm lying, y'all. I was with my child's father for 3 years, and he always set the Valentines off. But that was so long ago, baby. That was 30 years ago. Yeah, I'm lying. My child's father, he a Cancer. He set my Valentines off. Matter of fact, Reg, the one I just told you about, who set the Valentines off, he a Cancer too. But the ex-fiance, he a Cancer too. And he was, anyway. So, coming back to tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be really hard for me because tomorrow is my mother's birthday. It's a Valentine's Day and it's a birthday. And all this week, but especially today, is hitting me hard. This is another one of the first of many. This time last year, tomorrow last year, I was at her house. Me and my daughter went over to her house, and for her birthday. My mom didn't like to take pictures, but this last year she was more into taking pictures because I told her that last whole year, I said, Mom, really the last 2 years, she hated taking pictures, but like, Mom, I need something to remember you by whenever you're no longer here. So last year when me and my daughter went over, she was like, go get my hat. I got a little burgundy hat back there in the room. Go get my hat. And so I went and got the little hat. And she was like, I want to take a picture for my birthday. And so then she said, I want to take a picture. My sister, she wasn't there at the time. And she said, go get the family picture. And so I went and got the family picture for her. They had me, my mom, my sister, and me, and my dad. And she held that picture. And then with me and my daughter, we took a picture. We took a couple of pictures with her for her birthday. And she was like, send that to my phone. I want to, be able to see it. That was February 14th. I moved into this apartment on February 12th. And a week later, my world just fell apart. She got sick, and we took her to the hospital. And then from there, everything just moved fast. And by May 8th, she was gone. So that's why I am so adamant about living life to the fullest, not giving a damn about what people say, what people think, not caring if Valentine's Day is just another day to get your money. Baby, if you can walk around with a $1,500 phone, if you can walk around with thousands of dollars worth of jewelry on, if you can spend $400 a month between nails, toes, lashes, hair, sometimes more on yourself, then why? And then with guys, if you go get your hair cut every week and beard every week, $30, $40, however much you spend, plus tips. If you can go out with your boys drinking Douce and popping bottles, and if you can spend $3,000 on season tickets, if you can put $8,000 worth of tires and rims on your car, what do you mean it's just another day to get your money whenever it comes to showing somebody that you love additional love on top of what you claim you do, which most of y'all don't do? I don't get it. I don't think I'll ever get it. But what I will say is, I love you, Mom. This is for you. Happy Valentine's.